Today's video is so kindly brought to you by Squarespace. Hi there, welcome to your Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of March and Pisces season. As you can see, we're in a new location yet once again, and this is my new apartment that I just moved into in Lisbon, Portugal. The space is still very sparse, but we're kind of getting there. We have the couch at least. Yeah, if you're watching this at a different time, that's also okay because energy is timeless. So stick around and follow your intuition to pick the right reading for you today. We're going to begin with a quick meditation to get centered. So whenever you're ready, relax into your seat, roll your shoulders back, and maybe close your eyes. From here, we're going to take 3 deep, clearing breaths. Breathe in through the nose and sigh out of the mouth. Deep breath in and let it out. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose and sigh out of the mouth. Create space between the eyes. And imagine relaxing the space behind your eyes. Relax your cheeks, the corners of your nose. Part your lips and relax your jaw. Lower your shoulders. Relax your lower back, your glutes, legs, and feet. Sink into your seat. Ground down, 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 into your seat. From here, I invite you to connect with your intuition, with your felt sense. Just take a mental note that as you listen to your reading or readings today, you're going to really pay attention to how you feel and only take the messages that resonate, that empower you, that encourage you to take ownership and responsibilities of your part in your situation and to release what you can't control, to accept what you can't control. Take the messages that bring you clarity and a sense of direction and resolve. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and notice the three groups before you. For group 1, we have a dalmatian jasper. For group 2, we have a spotted obsidian. And for group 3, I believe this is a bloodstone. Now soften your gaze and just take in everything in your visual field and notice if any colors or shapes stand out to you. Where do you feel drawn? Where are you being called? Notice if one of these numbers stand to you. Is it group 1, 2, or 3? You don't have to think too hard. Sometimes it helps to go with our first impulse. Sometimes you can be drawn to more than one reading because there are messages in more than one reading for you. In which case, I welcome you to exercise your intuition and listen to all the readings that you're drawn to. Once you've chosen your reading, you can go down to the timestamps below and click on your reading, and I'll see you over there. If you chose group 1, Spotted Dalmatian, this is your reading. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you're well. Let's begin with your current energy. So I'm going to use the Light Seers deck for that. So what do we need to know about group 1 and how they're currently feeling? Group 1. Spotted Dalmatian. Group 1. Okay. We have the 8 of Pentacles, a reverse 7 of Pentacles, and a King of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. And I want to say that the 7 of Pentacles is coming through not fully reversed, it's sort of halfway in between. So this is about the pursuit of wealth. You're in this quest to become the King of Pentacles. And right now you're in a phase of life where you're just putting in the work day in and day out. I believe this is a continuation of a reading from last time. Because I remember we had a reading that involved the King of Pentacles and this desire to manifest more wealth and more material and financial abundance. So right now you're just in the phase of putting in the work and hoping that that will eventually pay off. This can look like just going to your 9 to 5 and really keeping your head down and doing the thing that's going to make you money. It can also be improving your routines and trying your best to stick to them. So, waking up at a specific time every day, going to the gym, going to your Pilates class, and sticking to that routine, eating healthy, and doing the thing that you set out to do, and just, yeah, like committing to that every single day. And you might be feeling like you're not really seeing results just yet. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from the Seven of Pentacles. So you might be feeling discouraged at times, like you're not really getting instant gratification. You're really in the valley before the come up. And so there's like a slight feeling of, okay, when is it all going to pay off? But it really does not feel like an intense energy. So I'm getting the sense that maybe you have a bit of this narrative going on right now, but you're not really believing it so much. You are still very committed and connected to the bigger picture of putting in the work and knowing that it will eventually pay off. Now, I want to get a couple of Marcel's Oracle cards. So you have home, obedience, and censorship. So with home, what's coming to mind is the things you're putting work in are your routines, your daily rituals, the things that improve your default baseline. So grooming, eating, exercising, sleep, this sort of thing. It can also be improving communication with your loved ones, with people that you live with. That is also part of what you are working on. And we have censorship. I think this is only going to apply to some of you, but I'm hearing that Spirit wants to caution you to keep some of your plans to yourself. You don't have to share everything with everyone. Sometimes that disperses our energy, and sometimes people are discouraging, and you just don't need that kind of impact when you are committed and, when you are committed and trying to build momentum. And another thing is sometimes it can give us a slight instant gratification to share what it is that we're going to do. And it takes away from the momentum, the heat that we're building internally. So it can really be nice sometimes to just keep it all inside and use that heat, that tension, that momentum to get things done, to prove things to yourself. Okay, now let's go into the Work Your Light deck. You have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So this is sort of connected to censorship here. So are people poo-pooing your plans? If so, can you establish better boundaries with them by not sharing your plans, by not being emotionally impacted, by keeping distance if they're trying to sabotage your commitment? How can you improve your boundaries? You have leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So this is sort of like, I said earlier that you're in the valley before the come up, and there's a certain level of trust that I think you need when you're not seeing results. You have to remember that you will eventually. With some goals, it takes quite a while of putting in the work before you see results, and that's just the way life is. There's no overnight success. And so if you're just grinding away at it and you're feeling discouraged, trust the process. For anything worthwhile, you do not see results right away. So just keep at it. You're in the valley before the come up. You might feel like you're the underdog, and that's just part of the journey, and I think quite a beautiful part of the journey to embrace. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Remain devoted to your vision. Remain devoted to yourself and why you're doing all of this, what you're trying to prove to yourself. Now I'm going to go into the Divine Initiation Oracle. Let's get a message for Group 1. What does Group 1 need to hear? What does Group 1 need to hear? You have Fire Initiation. I used the word heat earlier, and that's not a word that I use very often, so I surprised myself for using that as a metaphor. So there's something here about like feeling the passion, the devotion, the resolve, the strength in your commitment. Fire initiation symbolizes the strength of will, courage, and inner power needed to overcome life's challenges. It speaks of personal mastery, self-control, and the ability to face adversity with confidence and grace. When the Fire Initiation card appears in a reading, you are being encouraged to let go of any fear, doubt, or insecurity and embrace your inner wisdom. Life is not without its challenges, but it is through overcoming these challenges that we grow, that we learn and grow. No matter the obstacle, never forget that you are capable of achieving your wildest dreams. You are being encouraged to go out into the world and consciously choose to chase the things that ignite your soul. Life is a sacred gift that is meant to be lived fully in the present moment. It is up to you to seize opportunities when they arise and create them for yourself through inspired action, passion, and drive. The inner fire and life force energy that exists within you is calling for radical change now. Only you can create a life that sets your heart alight. The world is waiting for you to shine. And here's how you can initiate this energy. Feel free to take a screenshot and reflect on this further later. I'm just going to read the affirmation or prayer. I give thanks to the element of fire for offering me courage, strength, and transformation. For passion, drive, confidence, action-based decisions, and radical intervention. I call upon the element of fire to burn away any toxins or low vibrational frequencies that may be hindering me from accessing my highest potential. So be it, and so it is done. It's really powerful. Wow, I'm really resonating with this energy. I love this. This is so good. And I believe that the more you feel into this fire, the more you're going to really honor your boundaries, the more you're really going to acknowledge when you feel anger or frustration or injustice and push back where that's necessary and take up the space that you need to take up. Ooh, wow. I love this energy so much. I'm so excited for you, and in many ways, this is a message for me as well, and so I'm happy to be here giving and receiving this reading with you. Okay, now we're going to go into the Light Seers deck for some near future energies. Further advice is also welcome. Group 1. We have Justice. The scale is making me think of Libra, which I believe is the zodiac archetype that rules this card. So there's something here about balance and bring things into harmony. So when we talk about fire, building the heat, the passion, the drive, and having boundaries, I don't mean doing this at the expense of others or fighting and pushing past others to get what you want. That's not the energy here. The energy here is more so pointing towards confidence and grace, a graceful kind of power that's undeniable, that demands respect. And from that place, you are honoring harmony with those around you. You are prioritizing that rather than pushing them away or pushing them aside. So that's just something to keep in mind, that balance and harmony is still important here. And this is not permission to bulldoze past your relationships and relational obstacles. This is about standing up for yourself and taking up necessary space so that you are in balance with the other. If you tend to be a pushover or more passive, this is about standing up for yourself. what else do we need to know for group 1? We have the Two of Wands. So I'm hearing dream big. Do not settle. Your vision can evolve. Your system can evolve as well. So it is always helpful to reevaluate from time to time if the actions you're taking are actually producing effective outcomes. And I know that kind of contradicts the message earlier about, it takes a while to see results. I'm trying to figure this out in my personal life as well. The paradox of you gotta wait before your actions yield results. And at the same time, you need to be evaluating constantly if your actions are effective. And so you do have to kind of juggle this paradox and have a sort of balance between the two when you are working on yourself, implementing a system. So this is just spirit wanting to remind you that the other side is also important. Dream big, always be reevaluating, be selective, do not settle. And when things aren't working, figure out why they aren't working and improve your system. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more cards, please. Group 1. You have the Hermit and 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is about stability, material stability. She's holding her coin purse close to her heart. And sometimes this is what we need to do. We need to really protect our material stability in order for it to grow. This is part of the process. You're at a 4, you're aiming for a 10, and so right now or in the near future, what's going to be really important is that you protect your process, your routines, your system, your commitment. And that might involve hermiting a little bit, spending more time with yourself, spending more time understanding yourself, and keeping your energy to yourself, not being influenced by others. Really getting to know yourself by fully inhabiting your own energy. And this can be taken symbolically, but it can also be taken literally. Maybe it's time that you spend more time with yourself instead of confusing your energy with others. So take it how it resonates. This can also be a thing you do with others, but that you're paying more attention to your own energy internally and learning to have energetic, emotional boundaries. So take it how it resonates. Okay, so that is your reading, group 1. I hope it resonated. I had a lot of fun giving this reading. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. I'm sending you so much love, light, and healing. Wishing you the best on your journey and your come up. I'll see you in another reading or in another video. Bye. If you chose group 2, spotted obsidian, then this is your reading. And group 2, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to use the Light Seers deck, and let's get started with your current energies. So, what do we need to know about your current situation? Group 2, spotted obsidian. we need to know about group 2? Current energies, group 2. Group 2. Okay. We have the Hierophant, the Strength card, and a Queen of Cups that came out upside down. So there are two major arcanas. We also have Justice as our bottom deck energy. So there's something very karmic that's happening right now. A lot of energies and events that are unfolding that can feel like they're beyond your control, that life is just kind of wanting to happen through you. You also have Justice as your bottom deck energy. So quite a lot of major arcanas. This can kind of feel as if you're at a point in your life where there's a lot to learn, a lot to digest, and a lot that you can't control. There's a lot that's wanting to unfold, and you're just kind of in the midst of it. With Strength, I get the sense that this hasn't been easy. This has really forced you to face some really difficult parts of yourself that isn't light. It's heavy. It's shame. It's your shadow and your wounds, unresolved things from the past. This is facing a lot of difficulties and trying to remain strong, trying to hold it all and not cave in. And the reverse Queen of Cups tells me that maybe you are caving in at times. Like there's a lot of emotion, a lot that is being activated and triggered, and it can just feel so overwhelming sometimes that you don't have capacity to really hold it, to witness it, and digest it in a self-compassionate way. So this is experiencing events that are beyond your capacity, beyond your window of tolerance, and feeling really overwhelmed and helpless. There is a way to turn that around. There is a way to experience your emotions as something that's just moving through you, something transient, something that, you can hold compassionately. There is a way to do that, but I'm getting the sense that it's not really accessible right now for you. And we have the Hierophant. So this is really being committed to the deeper spiritual reasons and meanings. Trying to understand what you are being called to do, trying to align yourself with your highest path, and just really wanting to show up in integrity to the best of your ability. So this is what we have currently for your situation. Let's get a couple of Marcel's oracle cards. So we have conflict in reverse and also excess in reverse. With these two, again, it's the feeling of overwhelm. Like there's just too much that's being activated and you're unable to hold it all. and to be compassionate with yourself or whoever you're dealing with. You're having trouble containing it. Let's get some work your light messages. You have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So if you know there are people who can support you at this time, it's a really great time to reach out to them. I think what you're needing here is clarity, and perhaps you're wanting to be heard and understood in your situation, to see yourself a bit better. And so if you know there are people who can reflect things back to you and really hold space and hear you and see you in your pain, reach out to those people. This is a really necessary time to lean on support. I think the card that we're missing is the Tower. Feels like a big tower moment happened recently that might or might not resonate with you, but it's kind of what I'm intuiting. You have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So there's something about whatever that happened that is realigning you to your mission, your highest timeline, the timeline that benefits not only you, but everyone who's going to be impacted and influenced by you. And there's something about this tower moment that happened that is allowing you to check yourself, to be really honest with yourself, and get you back in integrity. Now let's get a card from the Divine Initiation Oracle deck. What is the message that Group 2 needs to hear? You have Fire Initiation. Group 1 also got this. Interesting. I'm going to just see if there's another card that wants to come through in case I just didn't shuffle the deck enough. You have 36 Divergent. Okay, let's go into the guidebook. Divergent souls are those who live authentically and choose to deviate from societal norms. They dare to go against the grain, step out of the herd mentality, and follow their own vision. To be divergent means to think critically or act in a way that breaks away from the status quo. Divergent souls are the non-conformists, the truth seekers, and the rebels of the world who naturally think outside the box and do not adhere to institutionalized societal reasonings based on fear. When you receive this card in a reading, you are being encouraged to exist in your divine authenticity and celebrate your uniqueness. Trying to fit into someone else's vision of what your life looks like will leave you feeling unfulfilled and will further delay your spiritual expansion. When we accept ourselves fully for the unique souls that we are, we no longer require validation or acceptance from others. Never forget that by being your true, authentic self, you're adding something truly magical to the world. It's time to step into your full expression, celebrate what makes you different, and honor what makes you, you. Here's a little prayer or affirmation that you can repeat after me. I will continue to stay my truth. I will not be impacted by the opinions or judgment of others. I am always guided towards my purpose. I will honor my path through my divine expression. Okay. Yeah, so I think the tower moment that happened recently has really forced you to come into terms with your shadow, the parts of you that you mask, that you deem unacceptable by societal standards and norms, the parts of you that you try to deny or hide. And really what you're coming to terms with is the things that make you different, that you can go on hiding, but that will prevent your spiritual expansion, or it will prevent you from really aligning to the path that you're meant for. The other option is to really accept these parts of yourself, to see them, to acknowledge them, like really acknowledge them, like they're not parts of you to fix, they're not parts of you to run away from. They're really parts of you that you need to embrace and really and really own, really admit that this is you, and these are the quirks and unique traits and characteristics that are part of you. And that sort of acceptance of how you're divergent, how you are unique and different, is what's going to align you to your chosen path, your highest path, the path that's going to be the most beneficial for you, and also everyone who will be impacted and influenced by you. This is how you can get back into integrity with your truth, is if you do the shadow work and really, really come to terms with the things that set you apart. These are the very things that will help you actualize your power. They're the very things that will increase your capacity to handle difficulties and hardship. With that said, I also want to read to you Fire Initiation. It's so powerful. And I wonder if there's a collective thing here where you're connecting with fire as much as group 1 is. Okay, Fire Initiation. Fire Initiation symbolizes the strength of will, courage, and inner power needed to overcome life's challenges. It speaks of personal mastery, self-control, and the ability to face adversity with confidence and grace. When the Fire Initiation card appears in a reading, you are being encouraged to let go of any fear, doubt, or insecurity and embrace your inner wisdom. Life is not without its challenges, but it is through overcoming these challenges that we learn and grow. No matter the obstacle, Never forget that you are capable of achieving your wildest dreams. You're being encouraged to go out into the world and consciously choose to chase the things that ignite your soul. Life is a sacred gift that is meant to be lived fully in the present moment. It is up to you to seize opportunities when they arise, or create them for yourself through inspired action, passion, and drive. The inner fire and life force that exists within you is calling for radical change now. Only you can create a life that sets your heart alight. The world is waiting for you to shine. Feel free to take a screenshot of ways to initiate this energy. And this also comes with a prayer or affirmation, so just read that out loud to you. I give thanks to the element of fire for offering me courage, strength, and transformation. For passion, drive, confidence, action-based decisions, and radical intervention. I call upon the element of fire to burn away any toxins or low vibrational frequencies that may be hindering me from accessing my highest potential. So be it, and so it is done. So the strength card, as much as it is about being compassionate towards your shadow, it's also about accessing the power that lays latent and dormant in your shadow. The more you accept your shadow, the more you come into your power, the more access you have to your life force energy. And so fire initiation here, really like allowing yourself to take up space, to stand up for yourself, to have the will and determination to face life with confidence and grace. That's you owning your shadow as well. And so there are two ways of doing shadow work here. One is accepting the aspects of you that are divergent, that are different. Really coming to terms with that and like embracing this kind of softness and gentleness with how you interact with yourself. And at the same time, feeling the power that you've repressed for so long in your shadow, that you have believed for so long is unacceptable. Feeling that power, owning that power, and facing life with the confidence and grace that comes from that power. So these are two ways of doing shadow work in your situation. And it's all really about expanding your capacity to feel your emotions, to feel life's events and the energetic impact of what you go through, and also to realign with your highest timeline, with your life's mission and purpose, and to really get back into integrity. Okay, now let's go back into tarot and get a couple cards for your near future energies. Additional advice is also welcome. That's great. You have the Ace of Wands plus the Page of Wands. I love this combination for you. And we also have the Page of Swords. So, Wands energy is all about taking action, feeling passion and drive and determination and creativity, and your life force is being energetic and, interacting with life. And with that said, I'm kind of getting the sense that maybe currently you're feeling really demotivated, really discouraged, and unsure how to get motivated again, how to feel the desire to take action. This can be a creative block, just feeling blocked about what to do next, or if you want to do anything at all. So Spirit's wanting to say that if you can really embrace the advice that we received earlier with the diversion card and the fire initiation card, you can find access to your life force. And that's really what the Ace of Wands represents. This is an opening to your life force, feeling more creativity, feeling more power, feeling more passion, and feeling a desire to take action and to do something with your life. And the Page of Wands is about trusting the process and knowing that you're at the beginning, but you're wanting to do this right. So you're really grounding your life force into your life situation and thinking about ways in which you can take action from where you are right now. So this can be the start of a creative project. This could be just planning your next steps and connecting to your plan from a place of alignment to your life force. So plans that are driven by energy that you can viscerally feel in your body. You also have the Page of Swords, and this is brainstorming, coming up with new ideas, and just feeling very alive mentally, intellectually. This is ideation. So I really like that in combination with the Page of Wands. So prepare to feel inspired again very soon. But Spirit really wants you to take in the advice that came through earlier with these two cards, Divergent and Fire Initiation. I'm going to end your reading with one last message from the Work Your Light deck. Group 2. What else do you need to hear before we go? Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How are you judging yourself and making yourself small in order to appear acceptable? How are you keeping yourself small? Get clear on that, because I know you're tired of it. Don't dim to fit in. It's time to accept these parts of yourself and really let them shine. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, Group 2. Your reading really resonated for me as well. And I'm really wishing you all the best. I'm sending you so much love, light, and healing. And let me know if the reading resonated in the comments below. I'll see you very soon in another reading or in another video. Bye. If you chose Group 3, which is what I believe to be a bloodstone, then this is your reading. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to use the Light Seers deck, and we're going to get started with your current energies. So, what do we need to know about Group 3, Bloodstone? What do we need to know about Group 3's current situation? What do we need to know? Group 3, Bloodstone. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. With the Ace of Pentacles, the first thought that came to me was this flat. I just moved into this new flat. Maybe you moved homes recently as well and are adjusting to this big shift. Maybe you moved countries. Maybe you switched jobs. Maybe you're in a new relationship. There's something here that has shifted very drastically in your material reality that you are now adjusting to. There's a lot of newness in your environment that you are adjusting to. And with the Chariot, it seems like there are aspects to it that maybe is overwhelming. Like there's a lot to adjust to and to settle into. And it kind of makes you feel like, whoa, there's a lot happening all at once. Can I really handle it? And so it's the feeling of the Chariot moving really fast, and you're trying your best to hold on and to steer the wheel and not fall off the path. So, major life changes, and you're doing your best to adjust to it and settle into it gracefully. However, there are certain limiting beliefs that are preventing you from fully embracing the expansiveness of this change, this shift. I think you're selling yourself short in some way. There's a lot of newness, and it's inviting you to be more expansive in the way you interact with your reality. And I feel like you are maybe coming from a shame or fear-based place when making decisions that limit how much you can do in your new environment, in your new life, in this new chapter. So, Spirit's wanting you to become aware of this in the ways that you make yourself small and limit the possibilities that are now available to you. How can you embrace this change fully and really try some things on that you were not able to in your previous chapter? So this can be like, instead of getting furniture that you really think is beautiful and feel comfortable in, you are cutting corners and trying to save money instead when you have the money in the bank account to afford the thing that you really want. This can also be like being in a new country and feeling isolated. And maybe the best thing to do in that situation is to put yourself out there and make some new friends. But instead of doing that, you're just kind of wallowing in the isolation. So these are just some examples in which we can limit ourselves and make ourselves small when change invites newness in a lot of different aspects of how we interact with life. Now let's get some Marcel's Oracle cards. Group 3, what do you need to hear? Group 3, what do you need to hear? Yeah, so you have collection and twinning, and you have destruction as well. So Spirit's wanting to say it's time to fully let go of the past, let go of the old, move on from the previous chapter that you were in. It is now to fully embrace this new chapter. With collection and twinning, there's a message coming through about finding your tribe, really finding people that you feel alignment with, that reflect you, that understand you and really can see you fully. It's time to find these people, to embrace connection and community. Okay, now let's go into the Work Your Light deck for some messages. What does Group 3 need to hear? Group 3. Again, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? This is like the destruction card and the Eight of Swords. What are you clinging on to? How are you making yourself small and limited? How are you keeping the past alive when you don't need to anymore? How can you let go of the past more completely to embrace what's really here now? Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Group 3, Group 3, Group 3. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And I feel like you're dimming your light in order to fit into a previous narrative that doesn't even serve your reality anymore. You don't have to keep yourself trapped in this way anymore. It might have kept you safe before in the previous chapter, but it really doesn't serve a purpose anymore. And yeah, so it's just about seeing that. It's about seeing how your life has drastically shifted, and it's time to exercise your free will and to test the boundaries and the limits now instead of imposing them prematurely on yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the Divine Initiation Oracle and get you a big message. You have expansion as your bottom deck energy and divine timing, 18 and 19. I want to read both of them to you. So let's start with 18, expansion. Your soul is expanding in the most profound ways. Your outer reality is beginning to reflect the transformational changes and shifts that have taken place on an internal level. As time moves on, you will begin to attract more abundance, success, and prosperity into your life. The expansive energy of this oracle brings forth good fortune, stability, and wealth in all areas. That which you choose to focus on at this time will amplify and grow stronger. So use your power to propel you forward. You will soon see your relationships, health, career, and finances improve. The expansion oracle may also indicate a time of legacy and inheritance, both material and immaterial. Perhaps you are considering how you can leave a lasting impact on future generations, either through financial planning or by passing down traditions and values that are significant to you. If you wish to make an impact on the world, then consider forming a charitable organization, creating a piece of art, writing a book, or starting a business that helps others. Use your talents and resources to make a positive difference, whether it is through volunteering or simply offering a helping hand to someone in need. By being in service to others, you can create a ripple effect of positive light that can spread far beyond your own community. So there's definitely something here about expanding your energy outward, being of service, being in community. All of that is ways of expanding and allowing your energy to move beyond yourself. And there's also confirmation here that your outer reality is beginning to reflect the transformational changes and shifts that have taken place on an internal level. So, whatever major shift that you have had recently in your physical reality, this is confirmation. This means you're ready to step into a more expanded version of yourself because you've done the inner work. Now is just a matter of accepting that and owning it, owning your expansion, because your physical reality is now a reflection of your power. And the more you do this, the more you will set the tone for greater abundance, fortune, and stability in your life. Oh, right. And now let's go into 19, divine timing. You are exactly where you need to be. Everything is unfolding for you in divine timing. The universe is orchestrating a beautiful plan for your life, one that you cannot quite see yet. If you have been working towards your goals, know that they are protected by greater cosmic forces that will guarantee a successful outcome. Through patience, persistence, and consistency, trust that your dreams and desires will be fulfilled. The universe is working in perfect harmony to support you in every way. There's a little affirmation here. You can repeat after me if you like. I trust the timing of my life. I am exactly where I am meant to be. So there's kind of this sense that everything is falling into place. This is yet again another confirmation. You have just had a major shift and entered into a new chapter in your physical reality. And right now, you're just being asked to embrace that and just embrace how that's a reflection of your abundance and all the work that you've done internally. You are supported, and everything is in perfect harmony to support you in every way. This is so beautiful. There's a lot of peace that I'm getting from this reading. It's really beautiful to feel into. Okay, now I want to get some light seers for your near future energies, and there's additional advice that's welcome too. Wow. So you have the World, Three of Wands, and the Fool as your bottom deck energy. You also have the High Priestess. So I just want to bring into attention that the World is the last card of the major arcana, and the Fool is the first card of the major arcana. So the Fool represents a new beginning, the start of a journey, a new chapter of spiritual learnings. And the World is the completion and integration of spiritual learnings and the end of a big chapter. So there is Spirit is inviting you to fully integrate all the last pieces of the chapter that you just left. This is a time of reflection and really making peace with the past so you can fully embrace this new beginning and be open to the lessons that will come in this new chapter. There is a call to get into a more receptive space. The Three of Wands is being receptive, waiting for your ships to sail in, or in this case, the surfers waiting for the waves to get into better condition. And so there's not much you need to do when you're in the Three of Wands energy. It's really just about being receptive so that you can see the perfect opportunities when they arise. So being the surfer, you're just waiting for the perfect waves to show up. And that is not something you can control. That's for life to give you. And so you're just waiting to receive. And being expansive is being receptive a lot of the time. So Spirit's encouraging you to get into this energy, to just get ready to receive and see opportunities when they are yours to take. You also have that High Priestess, and that really aligns with the Three of Wands because the High Priestess is about seeing the unseen, seeing the the patterns of the matrix, the 5D, the energetics, the things that are intangible and hard to talk about, and being so energetically informed and making decisions from that place. So I feel like these two go very well together. This is also the second card in the major arcana. Well, the third actually. So We have the Fool, that's number 0. Then we have the Magician, and then we have the High Priestess. So this again is kind of like confirming that you're at the beginning of a new chapter now, and it's time to kind of set the proper foundations so you can really embrace all the new experiences that you're about to have. So embrace being the Fool, being at the very beginning, and embrace being the High Priestess, working with the energetics, understanding the unique patternings of your situation, of the matrix, playing with that and getting into a receptive space to welcome the opportunities that are meant for you. Okay, now I'm just going to end your reading with a final message from the Work Your Light deck. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. There's a lot of very soft feminine energy in your reading. There's a lot here about beauty and devotion, seeing beauty in your situation in this new chapter of your life, and feeling into the desire of wanting to cultivate more beauty, being devoted to beauty. Yeah. And that is the end of your reading, group 3. I hope that this resonated with you. Please let me know if it did in the comments below. I am sending you so much love, light, and healing. I'm wishing you all the best in this new chapter. And I'm just going to close this video with a message from our favorite sponsor, Squarespace. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform where you can create a stunning website for your business, portfolio, or blog in just minutes. Their design intelligence blends 20 years of world-class design expertise with cutting-edge AI to help you build a website that feels truly personal and refined without needing any technical skills. By just answering a few simple questions, their new AI-powered website builder, Blueprint AI, transforms your ideas into a stunning professional site, complete with curated content that matches your branding. I really love experimenting with this feature because it helps me get a better sense of my aesthetic vision, and it takes no time at all, and you don't have to commit to anything prematurely. So whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, or just someone who loves a clean, intentional design, Squarespace gives you everything you need to create a space that reflects you. Try Squarespace for free at squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, use my link, squarespace.com/ediyasmr, to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thanks so much, Squarespace, and thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you next time.